Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Day Technology Deep Dive for Friday, February 21st, 2025, covering market moves in tech, communications and healthcare indexes, stocks, and ETFs. I'm your host, Ira Roth. Let's dive in. Key tech indexes closed sharply lower today. The Nasdaq Composite dropped 438.35 to 19,524.1. down 2.1%. The Nasdaq 100 fell 453.97 to 21,614.8, down 2%. The technology sector declined 115.36 to 4,595.73, falling 2.4%. Communication services shows downward volatility. Market breadth was notably negative today. The Nasdaq Composite showed significant weakness with 1,982 declining stocks versus 1,174 advances. The technology sector saw 439 declines against 249 advances, while healthcare recorded 680 declines versus 393 advances. Looking at weekly returns, communication services has declined 3.7% with negative daily momentum. The technology sector shows resilience with a 2.7% monthly gain despite today's weakness. Healthcare maintains positive momentum year-to-date, up 6.2%. MercadoLibre led gainers, surging 149.53 to 2,260, marking a 7% gain and new all-time high. PDD rose 6.93 to 131.34. up 5.5%, breaking out from sideways movement. MercadoLibre gained 2.50 to 64.67, advancing for a fourth straight day. On returns, MercadoLibre shows impressive strength with a 17.6% monthly gain. PDD matches that performance at 17.4% for the month. Monster Beverage demonstrates strong momentum with a 7.6% weekly return. Old Dominion Freight Line led decliners, falling 16.85 to 180.40, down 8.5%. Constellation Energy dropped 24.98 to 284.44, declining 8%. AppLovin fell 34.70 to 415.31, down 7.7%, marking its fourth consecutive down day. Weekly performance shows significant pressure, with AppLovin down 18.6%. while Old Dominion and Constellation Energy both declined over 10%. Despite recent weakness, AppLovin maintains a strong 28.2% gain year-to-date. Nasdaq-related ETFs showed significant declines today. The VanEck Semiconductor ETF dropped 7.81 to 249.99, falling 3%. The Vanguard Information Technology Fund declined 17.37 to 624.14, down 2.7%, marking its third consecutive down day. The QQQ fell 11.15 to 526.8. Looking at weekly returns, leveraged ETFs show notable movement. The 3x bearish QQQ gained nearly 7% for the week, while its bullish counterpart, TQQQ, declined by 6.8%. The VanEck Semiconductor ETF stands out with the strongest month-to-date return at 2.6%.
Looking at stocks and tech industries, I'm Sally Short. Apple dipped slightly, while other major tech stocks saw larger declines. Meta Platforms fell 1.6% in its fourth consecutive down day. Microsoft dropped 1.9% amid a very strong negative trend. Alphabet declined 2.7%, while Amazon slid 2.8%, showing strong downward volatility. Week-to-date returns show Meta Platforms down 7.2%, with an average daily decline of 1.85%. Year-to-date, Meta stands out with a 16.7% gain. Alphabet and Amazon show notable weakness, with month-to-date declines of 11.7% and 8.9% respectively, with significant average daily losses. SemiLEDs led chip stocks, rising 5% to mark its third consecutive higher close and reaching a new one-year high. DataVault AI gained 3.7% despite showing downward volatility. InTest advanced 1.5% for its second straight positive close. TrioTech and InChains remained flat amid strong negative trends. SemiLEDs shows impressive gains across all timeframes, with a 25.2% month-to-date return and 46.5% year-to-date advance. DataVault AI has struggled with a 17% monthly decline. InTest demonstrates mixed performance with a 3.8% weekly gain, but a 6.4% monthly decline. In cloud computing, SailPoint reached a new all-time high, marking its second consecutive day of record closes. Rackspace and Citrix Systems posted modest gains, with both showing extended periods of sideways movement. VMware and Splunk remained unchanged, with Splunk displaying 15 days of flat trading. Rackspace Technology leads cloud computing returns with a 10.3% gain month-to-date and an impressive 31.2% advance year-to-date. SailPoint shows modest gains across all timeframes, while other cloud stocks demonstrate minimal movement in their return metrics. YASKAWA Electric led AI and robotics stocks with a 2.5% gain, marking its fourth straight positive close. Hyundai Motor rose 1% despite very strong downward volatility. Holysys edged slightly higher while showing 4 days of flat trading. Nasdaq declined marginally in mixed positive trend. YASKAWA Electric shows strong performance with a 7.4% weekly gain and 15.4% year-to-date return. Hyundai Motor and FANUC both demonstrate positive weekly returns around 1.9%, while Nasdaq posts a notable 5.8% gain month-to-date despite today's decline. Looking at thematic ETFs in AI and robotics, all funds closed lower today. The automation ETF saw the largest decline of 2.2%, with downward volatility and a breakout from sideways movement. The AI and robotics ETF fell 2% and has closed down 3 consecutive days. Year-to-date returns show the robotics ETF leading with a 5.6% gain, followed closely by AI and robotics at 5.3%. The industrial and logistics and automation ETFs have lagged, with returns of 3.3% and 2.2% respectively. Weekly returns have been mostly negative across the group. Electric vehicle stocks showed strength today, led by Li Auto, gaining 1.9 to 27.46, up 4.1%. XPeng rose 3.9% to hit a new one-year high with strong upward volatility. BYD advanced 2% to mark its third consecutive all-time high close. NIO edged up 1.6%, while Canoo remained flat. Year-to-date returns show XPeng leading with an impressive 55.7% gain, followed by BYD at 48.1%. The recent strength is reflected in weekly returns, with XPeng up 10.4% and BYD gaining 7.8%. NIO and Canoo have notably underperformed the group. In quantum computing stocks, Honeywell gained modestly for its fourth straight positive close, despite a strong negative trend. Applied Materials dropped 2.2%, while Summit Hotel Properties fell 2.9% with strong downward volatility, marking its third consecutive declining session. Weekly performance shows D-Wave Quantum leading with a 13.8% gain despite today's decline. Honeywell has advanced 4.5% this week. Year-to-date, TE Connectivity leads the group with an 8.1% return, while Summit Hotel Properties has declined 7.7%. Solar stocks were mixed, with Solarmax Technology surging 12.5% to 1.26 despite showing strong downward volatility. Complete Solaria and Zeo Energy posted modest gains while trading sideways. Canadian Solar edged lower by 0.61% amid some upward volatility. The solar sector has struggled year-to-date, with Sioux Nation Energy down 54% and Zeo Energy falling 34.4%. Even this week's leader, Canadian Solar, only managed a 6.1% gain. Solarmax showed particular weakness, dropping 27.6% for the week despite today's rally. Looking at thematic ETFs, most closed lower today with varying degrees of volatility. The First Trust Index, Innovative Transaction and Process ETF, dropped 0.29 to 49.76 after breaking downward from 3 days of consolidation. The iShares US Technology ETF saw the largest decline, falling 4.34 to 161.55. Year-to-date performance shows the iShares US Medical Devices ETF leading with a 10.3% return. The First Trust Index Innovative Transaction and Process ETF and Global X Internet of Things ETF both delivered strong returns above 6.5%, while the iShares US Technology ETF lagged with just a 1.3% gain.
Thanks for watching. I'm Ira Roth, along with my AI co-host, Sally Short. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.